Let's go talk about motorcycles. It is January 7th, and it is nice and warm. Wow. Well, specifically, we're going to talk about project motorcycles. Mine is a 2021 Continental GT650 with a big bore kit. It's got the 865 big bore kit with an upgraded clutch. And that's about it. It needs new tires, it needs better brakes. It also has mismatching tires. I bought it used and I didn't change them because they were okay, but I'm also having a very hard time finding the right tire sizes for this. So I gotta figure that out. I might try and start it up here, but I think the battery's probably dead. Don't think it'll be enough to start it. Wow. I was wrong. It's I was not expecting that. I didn't think it would start. I don't have any horsepower numbers or anything like that. That's money I don't have currently. But it's definitely faster than it was. Should I have done it? Probably not. It was an Instagram thing. I was like, if I get this many followers, I'll buy the kit and just figure out how to pay for it. And I just used a credit card. Because I didn't think it was going to happen. I didn't think we were going to do that. And here we are. It took forever to do it. You need, I know a lot of people are interested in this bike, and it's been a while since I posted about it. So it was a pain. Like, and everyone says there's not a lot of content on these, and they're hoping I can make content on it. Content's out there though. Like, the content is out there. Maybe you just didn't look hard enough. But I mean, it is rare. People, like, there are essentially no one is upgrading these, like, in the mainstream. No one really cares, I don't think. This bike is now built and made in India, and they love it, and I love this bike. So a lot of my follower base has been from India now, which is awesome. But people are leaving because I stopped making content on it because I'm at a standstill. I don't know. There's so much footage and it took so long. I don't know how I'm gonna make a video on this. I don't want to make a 2-hour-long video. I do not want to do that. And only 5 people are going to be listening to what I'm saying in this video, but that's all right. I'm just going to make it because I need to make it. I want to make it. So if you don't know, what you had to do was take this. Well, you have to take the tank off. You have to take everything off. You have to take everything off. This part right here was changed out and new pistons were put in. I didn't do new rods because it wasn't like a necessity. It's not like I'm gonna be running this thing super hard all the time. I mean, this is my first bike, and I don't see why I would sell it. I think I'm gonna keep it forever, especially since I did this kit on it. Like, is a very niche person would want it, and I did it myself, and I'm not a professional. So it's like, I don't even think I could sell this bike for any money. Definitely not for what I paid to do it. So I'm just gonna keep it forever. Hand it down to some sort of cool collector's piece one day, maybe, to my family. Now, hopefully my kids. I've just struggled to make content on it, and there's stuff going on in life right now, and has been for a long time, that I struggle with. Makes it hard to be motivated to do things, mental health and all that, which is very important. But anyway, I've just struggled to make this video. And this isn't the main video. I need to do a more detailed video, but I am not a professional mechanic. And I don't have the money or resources right now, or the know-how to tune it or to take it somewhere and get it dynoed for horsepower numbers and torque numbers. All I can tell you about that is that it's definitely more powerful, but it's not like crazy, you know? Like, it's still a parallel twin that doesn't rev super high. It just has more torque, but it's not like, you can definitely tell. Like, I don't think it's like, some people say it's like a 50% increase or close to it. I don't know about that. I don't think, it's definitely not a full 50% increase. It's, but it's noticeable. It's definitely noticeable. It's a pretty big jump. But if you like have ridden anything fast, like I have an MT-09 as well, a new one, 2025 MT-09, and that thing is, I'll show it to you. If you compare the two, if you're talking about horsepower, like, it's not gonna be, sorry, there's so many dogs around here that just bark at anything. Excuse the mess. We share a garage. This is an apartment for me. Anyway. I'm just grateful I get to park my motorcycles inside. But yeah, if you've ever ridden like anything like this isn't about power. I mean, it definitely needs more power than it comes with stock, so it's nice to have on this bike, and it's like unique, but you're just not gonna get close to anything like this. Like, if that's what you're going for, there's no point, unless you're just going for cool factor, which the fact that this is a modded Royal Enfield Cafe Racer that's from 2021, that's pretty cool. Like, it's new, but it's old school. It definitely needs upgraded brakes and all that stuff. I mean, they're just very different, right? You can compare them because they're motorcycles, but they're kind of built for two different styles of riding, you know? You gotta learn to love all kinds of motorcycles, not just stick to one. I think that's boring. These, I don't care who you are, I don't care what you think, these are special. There's just a character about them. If you're too good to ride them, you're just one of those annoying motorcycle riders. Like, I don't even know how you think that way. It's just an elitist attitude, and it's ridiculous. Also, if you're looking to do this, like, you need two people. Don't do this by yourself. You need two people. There's some things you could like do and set up and get ready by yourself, but for putting the engine in and doing this part and like making sure nothing falls down into the crankcase, like the timing chain, two people. Have to. I even talked to, there's an Australian company, I think, that does this professionally pretty often, and if you need content about this, I'm sure they have so much content. Like, I'm not the person to look at if you're looking at a how-to video, okay? I'll try and find them and link them or something, but like you need two people. I talked to them on Instagram, you need two people. It's a four hands type of thing. And I couldn't have done it without my cousin. Without him, this would have never gotten done. And he's a lot more mechanically like inclined, I guess, than I am. I can figure things out, but he was just like, I was scared to do it, and he was just like, let's just dive in, let's do it. And we did. And it's not perfect, but it hasn't blown up on me yet, and it runs. I would just say, if you're looking at doing something like this, have a space for it that can be safe and undisturbed, so you don't lose parts and everything, all normal stuff. But like, unless you have a garage and all the right tools, like, not only is it going to be much more difficult, but the price just continues to go up because you have to buy new tools. You just run into things where you can't continue on unless you have a specific part or tool, obviously. And then also, once you get in there, if it's a used bike like mine, it's wear and tear. Like maybe you have to change out something else too. Like there's just so much. So would I do it again? If I would do it again, I would have to have a better garage setup, my own garage, and all the tools. And honestly, I think I would want to be able to take the engine out, like take everything out and set it up on a stand, and maybe even have like a hoist of some kind, and then maybe you could do it. I don't know if you still could do it by yourself. I don't think you could do it by yourself still, at least not easily. But I would want a better setup if I could do it again. If you want to do this and you know that you want to do this, go for it. They recommend a clutch upgrade for sure with the big bore kit from Hitchcock Motorcycles. I think they're in England or something. They're in Europe. And that's where I got most of my stuff, most of my tools, the new gaskets and stuff like that you'll need. I can link their website. So anything, that's where I got most of the stuff, is Hitchcock's. And then maybe everything, actually. There might be an instance where you need to go to Royal Enfield's website specifically to order something, but I think that sometimes they can take forever to ship, and sometimes they're out of stock, and it's just like, with tariffs and stuff, who knows? I don't know. I would be careful, depending on where you are, obviously. But the clutch upgrade, and the clutch was difficult to like adjust and stuff. And if you damage any of these parts, like I'm pretty sure Hitchcock's has pretty much every single part available for order, even like the bolts and like, and you can, and the Royal Enfield, no, it's on Hitchcock's too, they have the different models and stuff, and like the build layout, like in parts numbers and everything. So like Hitchcock's is a very good website to use. It's a little old school and it's kind of clunky, but it works. The website. Also, just a quick side note, a lot of people ask about these mirrors. I can link to them on Amazon, probably. No, actually I won't, because they're bad. They're horrible mirrors. Don't get these. If you're gonna get bar-end mirrors, just get a good quality set. Spend the money for it. Because these are like, unless you tighten the crap out of them, and then it kind of ruins them. Like, when I get going down the road, like the wind will blow these back, and then you can't see behind you, and it's like a whole thing. They're not very adjustable. It's like you have to use Allen keys to adjust everything, so on the fly you're kind of screwed. So don't get these. I also forgot to put the horns back on. It's also, since it's a motorcycle, it's a very tight area to work with. This was very hard to get back on, this whole assembly. And the airbox here, which I noticed, I think the airbox is kind of broken here. It does have an upgraded air filter in there as well. Yeah, someone put about almost 5,000 miles on this before I got it. So it needs a new chain. Literally the last thing I should have done was this engine upgrade. Like, that's the last thing I should have done. But here we are. I don't, like, when it comes to stuff like this, like, if anyone comes in the comments and is like trying to compare it to their Triumph or their whatever, like, I don't care. You've missed the point completely. It's different than anything else you'll find. Doesn't matter. I can't imagine how expensive it would be though to take it to a shop and have them do it. Though it would probably be done better, especially if they can tune it. Because I need to get it tuned, because I have the power commander they recommend as well. They recommend a power commander. So that the power commander's on. So all the main new things, clutch, power commander, the pistons, and the middle block here are all new. But everything else is the same. It came with, someone put on a single-sided exhaust when I bought it, and some people are saying I should put the dual-sided back on, but I actually really like this. The only thing is I don't think I can put engine guards on that side. That's the only issue, and I kind of would like to maybe, but I'm not doing anything crazy with this unless I decide to race it one day. But it'll need new everything if I decide to take it to a track or something, which would be pretty cool. I turn it into a little racer, because if I do that, even now I need new suspension. The suspension bottoms out when I sit on it. Here, let's see if I can show you. Yeah, the suspension bottoms out on this thing. Basically, close enough. So like, we're up. Okay. Like, and honestly, yeah, the front seems to be more okay. It's the rear that just can't hold me, which I might be able to put more preload in the rear. I don't think the front is changeable. So this is obviously still work in progress. One day I want to get it tuned, so I just make sure the air-fuel ratios are good and something bad's not gonna happen eventually, you know. But until then, things I can do myself, I need to find tires, new tires. So you see the tires are different. That's how they were when I bought it. And I don't ride enough to they were fine for now, but now they're also starting to lose air. But I definitely need to upgrade the brakes, even if it's just the brake pads for now. And maybe I'll put on new levers that are adjustable. Actually, I should do that. I need to get new mirrors eventually. New tires, new brakes, new mirrors. I might get a cowl or something like that. I want to get a leather seat, a nice leather seat, like a brown leather seat, I think. I don't know how I would do this, because I would need someone to weld unless I learned to do it myself, but I would kind of like to shorten, unless I get a seat that fills this out more, but it kind of looks funky for this to stick out like this. I like the old school look too. I don't think I want an LED headlamp. I might keep the stock headlamp, even though it's heavy and bulky, whatever. I definitely need upgraded rear suspension, as you saw. New brake pads in the back. The rear brake on this is just it's just mush. Now, one thing I thought about doing is painting the tank or getting it wrapped. And then getting like gold Royal Enfield badges that go on the Interceptor, but putting it on this bike on each side and paint, like maybe wrapping it a black, like a metallic black or something. And eventually, which this would be expensive, I think, it would be cool to upgrade the front suspension to look better and be better. I don't think it's as important right now as the rear, because the rear just bottoms out, which I should test it. I should see if I can do preload more, because I think it already has some. Also, as helpful and nice as the center stand is, and it makes it look cool when you set it up with it, depending on what I do, it would kind of be nice to have, because it's not that heavy, but it would take off a little extra weight and bulk if I got the center stand removed, you know? So I might take that off eventually. Excuse me. And this is the TEC or Tech Stinger exhaust, I believe. But I think it's pretty cool, and it has like unequal length pipes, which I don't know if that makes it sound a little different. Probably a little different. So I like the way it sounds. And it cackles and pops, but it's not like obnoxious. At least I don't think so. This is just a video explaining the situation I'm in and what I'm thinking. And I'm hoping to have a full video, but it's not going to be a how-to necessarily because I'm not experienced enough for that. I'm just going to go through my experience of it, show some key things, and yeah, share my experience. And I'll have more links in that video probably than this video. I'll link the video that I watched to help get through it, and then I'll link parts and stuff like that. It'd be nice if there were affiliate parts, but I don't know if they will be, if that'll be possible. I upgraded this. I have a feeling it's probably not that accurate, but oh, I see. That's Celsius. That makes, I literally didn't notice that till now. That makes a lot more sense. So maybe it is accurate. It's gotta be a little accurate, right? It's honestly a miracle. Pretty nuts that this even happened. Also, there's a, I don't even know what you call it. I got block off plates for this. There was like a vacuum tube of some kind here. I forget why they recommended that. Something with the fueling and the power commander maybe. I forget. But, so that's different as well. If I could find a radiator like this that was a lot bigger, I don't know how that works. I don't know. That would be cool. I won't be able to ride this thing midsummer. It will overheat 100%. There's no way. But even before the upgrade, it ran hot. Freaking bug. Even before the upgrade, it ran hot. So like, obviously with more CCs, and who knows what kind of tune is on the power commander or whatever, it's gonna run even more hot. Like, when I used to ride this thing, you know, I would feel heat off the engine. But, I mean, it wasn't, like, super bad. But with this, I was riding it in somewhat cold weather, and, like, the heat was coming up through the seat. And I could feel it, on, like, maybe even through the seat. Like, I was kind of alarmed, and I went back home after I started feeling that. So it's, like, I can go on short rides with it, but I don't know if I trust going on, like an all-day ride or anything like that, which I've never really done with this, just because I'm very big. It's pretty small. It was low on power. It doesn't like the highway. It probably does now. Which I wonder if I changed the gearing, if it would be better on the highway, I'm sure. But yeah, on the highway, you're going like 5,000 RPM, like to keep up with traffic. So and that's, yeah, I don't know. Not a good highway bike, at least in America. These highway speeds, it's not what it's built for. For me, it's just a cool bike that I get to take out here and there. And maybe if I get things squared away, get it tuned, and it looks good, runs good, oil looks good, maybe I'll take it on some day trips somewhere. But right now, it's just very local riding to work every once in a while. And then I might trade in the MT-09 for a Tenere 700, the new Tenere 700, and put cruise control on it, and take that just everywhere. Hey, hello. What's this? Uh-oh. Oh no! Is that what I think it is? Yikes. So, where would that be coming from? Oh, that's not good. Well, new development. At least I think so. Unless it's literally, because I haven't ridden it a whole ton, it might just be from when we originally put it on. That oil here. But I don't know. Yikes. That's concerning. I was gonna write it too. Huh. Well, I'll leave it there for now and send help.